The billhook. I've amassed a few. I guess it really started with these. I got a few of these. Now that, they would call a hook bill or a pruning knife. It's a Robeson Sure Edge. This thing cuts cardboard like a beast. Absolute shredder. Listen to this. But yeah, I moved on to this guy here. It's a Due Signi, 2 swans from Italy. Cost me about $60 from Leone Shop, USA. Leone Shop, USA. It's got a stacked leather grip, which I oiled very thoroughly. And it's quite thin. I thought I would pull out this machete here as well, the True Temper, just for a kind of a thickness comparison. So it's a little thicker than the machete, 1.5 times as thick maybe. And yeah, this thing. So the idea with this, in case anybody didn't know, is that if you're going to prune a branch, you can tap it underside with this and then pull it down with this. And the way this blade works best is not if you're just chopping or if you're just pulling, but if you use a compound movement like this. It is amazing how well it works. So yeah, I got keen on that for doing this kind of thing. Although this mostly I used knives that I've made to finish this pole, but this would be a very good tool for that. And I found this beautiful example made for CC Co. 333. It's a George Wostenholm, Sheffield. Who knows when this thing was made? At an absolute just guess off the top of my head, I don't think it's that old. 70s, 80s. Check out the taper tang. You gotta have that taper tang. No lanyard hole, might put one on. Also considered changing the grips. These are nothing very special, but this certainly is special. Look at that, convex, nice and thick. So yeah, that's a beauty. And I found this one also on an Etsy or somewhere like that. So this, I think this guy was in the UK. And you can see no point on this one. Very different kind of utility. You can bang these things off a rock very easily or what have you, So this is really pretty solid one. It's got a great edge on it. I haven't really tested this one much. But yeah, this guy, I guess he picked it up somewhere and restored it and made this nice handle on his lathe. And I can't remember what the price was, but I thought it was very reasonable what he was selling it for in consideration of the complete package. Very good, nicely done, I think. I don't know how much of a fan I would be of this completely round handle, but I haven't tried it yet. So it feels very comfortable like that, actually. And there's a question about indexing, but yeah. So that one. Now, then might as well move on to this one. This is a 7-foot beech pole that I cut about a year ago. And yesterday, I suddenly just got the feeling it's ready. So you can imagine it was pretty chunky and from where the bark remains. And I took a lot of material off it. It's not totally straight, let's say. I mean, it's got a little weeble wobble in it. But it doesn't line up actually too badly. Let me see if I can zoom in from here. So you can see that actually it doesn't really line up that badly with the blade. But of course there are many ways to address the kinks. I'm probably going to try heat it up with a heat gun and pressing it, and who knows what. And this mama is old and chunky. It's a 1947 Cornelius Whitehouse and Sons from Cannock. I can't very well make out what it says in the middle part, but it is a hedgehog. Ah, it says hedgehog. That's what it says. So I did make a pole for this previously. I used red maple, and it snapped here. After a short and sweet amount of vigorous use, it gave in. But this beech is very tough, and hopefully it'll hold out. And so I guess got a couple more of these to look at, which are very recent acquisitions. So I was actually waiting for them in the mail so that I could make this video. So this one I haven't tested yet, but it's made out of copper. And the idea is that it's not going to disturb the electromagnetic field of your plants when you cut them. You know, if you're going to go out and harvest a lettuce or whatever. I don't know, but it seemed pretty cool. And it's actually got a wicked edge on it. And I tried cutting wood with it. I tried, you know, on this beech pole while I was whittling it, and it worked and made me think, well, yeah, people used to rock copper blades, right? Back in the day. So I think this thing is beautiful, and I can't wait to see what it looks like when I put a nice polished edge on that. That'll be so. Maybe if I have an interesting experience with using it, I might come back to that. And then this thing, again, some kind of Etsy find. Jaeger. I mean, Jaeger is a hunter, but they spelled it wrong, you know. So I'm pretty sure this thing is Pakistan, right? Don't know if I'd bet my eye teeth, but I would probably bet $10 that this is a good old piece of Pakistani Damascus. And look at this thing. Look how meaty it is. It is a monster. And once I put a really good edge on this, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it performs. The handle is interesting. It's very wide and quite slim. I have a feeling maybe it's made for a smaller hand than mine, but it's not bad. Ergonomically, I mean. And the fit and finish is good. So we'll be getting some use out of this. I've got some vines and things to address. And that is about my billhook collection. And there goes Jim with his grandson. Hey! Come back soon, you hear?